Today we have Nokia Asha 501, the latest entry from Nokia in the Asha series, which is based on the Asha platform developed by Nokia. We'll be reviewing the Nokia Asha 501 unit which we have. This is a Nokia Asha 501 review unit, right? As you can see, the design is similar, a bit similar to the Lumia series, even though the similarities are very less. It is a plastic bag with smooth finish, right? This is the power button which can be used to power on the device. These are the volume rockers. This is the camera, 3 megapixel camera. And then here is this is the charging port, and this is your the audio jack. Here it is the mic part, right? Let's see what's inside. Before going to the inside, let's see if we can open this device and see what's inside the bag, right? The device can be opened very easily, as you can see here, right? This is an Nokia BL4U battery unit. In terms of mAh, this is a lithium battery, lithium ion 1200 mAh battery, which is good enough for a device of this size. And this is if you remove the battery, you can see the SIM slot here, which can be used. This is a dual SIM. This is the SIM slot 2. This is the SIM slot 1. Apart from that, you can insert the memory card here, right? So let's power on the device and see what's inside. Sorry. Very bad in this. Device is getting powered on. It takes few seconds before the device is booted up fully. As you can see, the device opens with that app list, whatever apps inside the Nokia Asha 501. These are the 2 SIM cards indication. At the moment there are no SIM cards in this device, that's why they are crossed and showing. Here the alarm icon, the Wi-Fi icon, battery, and the timing is coming. The device comes with the Wi-Fi connectivity and 2G connectivity. If you want to connect to net, you either need to use a Wi-Fi router in your home or office, or you need to use the 2G connection from your SIM. Nokia Asha 501 does not come with 3G capability, so if you are looking for a faster speed of 3G for your device, then maybe you should be looking for some top-end devices like Lumia series, right? Let's see. This is basically the home screen, they have called it, which shows you all the recent applications that you may have used on this device, along with your notifications for your future actions will be coming on at this place. You can just swipe on the screen to toggle between the app screen and the home screen, right? Here it is. As you can see, we have some applications listed on the home screen, right? So here it is. If you consider the touch capability of this device, the touch is quite responsive. Considering the fact that the device comes just for $99, or in terms of Indian rupees, the device comes approximately for 5,000 rupees. The touch capability of this device is very very good, and you can just go through the device, run applications with the touch of your hand. During our use for 2-3 days, the device never hung. It was working fine. Let's see the Twitter application on this app. The device comes preloaded with popular applications like Twitter and Facebook. If you are looking for WhatsApp application on this device, this WhatsApp is still not available for Nokia Asha series. They did promise that Nokia Asha series will be coming soon with the support for WhatsApp, but we are still to hear when finally it will arrive. As you can see, the touch is quite responsive. Even the Twitter app is quite good. If you take into the fact that you are running that application on a very small device, right? Let's try to see how Facebook is. The Facebook screen somewhat looks like this in this application. You have to click on this. It looks as if a browser is loading in the background, and Facebook loads inside the browser. Here it is. The images load very a bit slow, right? Here it is. Now if you want to exit Facebook, you can just swap it and it will lead you to the home screen, right? During our testing, as this device does not support 3G, the 2G connection was as usual slow, so you should be very sure that you don't need a 3G connection if you are going to use this device. Apart from those Twitter and Facebook, this comes with preloaded applications like FM radio, videos, and it also comes with some games. If you want to install other application, you can go to the App Store of the Asha platform. The App Store is not so fancy as compared to the Android App Store or even Windows App Store or Apple App Store, but you can get some basic applications on this. You need to sign in on the device. As you can see, let's see if we can find all the apps here. You need to sign it to access the App Store with your Nokia account. If you don't have a Nokia account, you need to get one. Now let's see, it comes with a 3-megapixel camera. As you can see, even though the camera comes with features like zoom, then video, then apart from that you can change the effects quality, but this is not such a good camera, which usually is the case with the low-end devices, or right. So you can call it a feature camera, not a smartphone, basically feature phone, basically not a smartphone. If you want to access internet, you can use the inbuilt browser of the device, that is Nokia Express, or you can download applications like Opera Mini or UC browser. Now one of the things that you may not like is the games included in this device. Even though it includes so many games like racing and other things, the quality of the games is not so good. But keep in mind you are using a just $100 phone, and you should not be comparing the features with a expensive phone. The graphics is not so good of the games. It often reminds you of the DOS games you may have played in your childhood time. Right. So let's get out of the games. Right. What else we have? So basically it is a good phone if you are considering to buy it, but only problem is it does not have 3G. Even it doesn't act as a smartphone, so neither it is a smartphone nor it is a basic phone, so somewhere it hangs in between and often makes it difficult for anyone to take the decision of buying it. Apart from that, the device is good. You should take it to the fact that it is just a $5,000 device, but most often we think that if the device is running Android, perhaps it will be much better in the same price range. That's it. Thank you for the review, watching the review. Do subscribe to our channel. The link you can find at the top of the video. Thank you.